Right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you are in the world, and welcome to 2020, my first live for 2020. You've probably just seen me doing that for the last few minutes when I hadn't switched my mic on. Very clever. Thanks, Carol. I thought I'd come on and do a wee Thursday thought every now and then. It may be a Thursday, it may be a Tuesday, I don't know yet. But we're just going to do this, all right? So, this is kind of the start of the year for a lot of people. You know, we're back to work now properly. I've seen a few posts on LinkedIn as well, but businesses going away and doing their away days with their management teams and their staff about how to plan and do all that stuff. So I really wanted to have a wee chat about how we limit ourselves. And this has come about from the coaching I've done over the last year with people, on years actually, and from myself at looking at what I was planning to do with the business. My business, and from a chat actually I had with Carol recently as well, who's on the call. So some of I'm not this too big a topic to go through altogether, but just some ideas for you to think about. If you're thinking about setting some resolutions or some plans for this year, and you're thinking about what you can achieve, etc. I saw an interesting quote from Rich Litvin yesterday that was, I think he was quoting somebody else, that you overestimate what you can get done in 10 years and underestimate what you can get done in 1 year. So what I really want you to think about is, what are the ways in which we limit ourselves and what we can get done, all right, and what we can do in life. So I'm just going to go through a couple of quick themes. I'm not going to be on here for too long this morning. The first of the themes, and it came about from the conversation with Carol, as well as some other coaching clients over the last year, was this idea of self-worth and self-confidence. Now, the self-worth and self-esteem, about being worthy of what you're hoping to achieve, and about being having the self-esteem to go after it as well. We're all worthy of being on this planet and having a life from this planet, and having, to my mind, it comes into your values then as well, about what are your values around how people should be treated, what you're worth, etc. So to have a think about, if you're feeling less than worthy, where's that coming from? All right, this is just ideas to explore on your own at the moment. If you're feeling less than worthy, where's that coming from? Where did that BS show up from? All right, is it yours or is it somebody else's? Is this something that's been put upon you or that you've absorbed over time, and can you let go of it? Now, I'm not going to go into all the intricacies of these things just now. It's just some ideas. And that kind of leads us on to this idea of confidence. Now, quite a lot of what I see with people is they don't even see the opportunities they have because they don't feel confident and they don't have that self-worth. So if they don't have that bedrock, they can't see the opportunities out there open to them in the world. They can't see that life can be this wonderful, big, massive thing. And I certainly couldn't when I had depression in the past, as well. That's another thing that can limit you. So if maybe you're having these constant thoughts that life's crap and blah, 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 then maybe you need to get some help. But otherwise, it can just be some conditioning we've received from ourselves and from the people around us, and from the messages in the world that, that really hold us back, that stop us thinking that, yes, we can go for this. So once you have the confidence, you'll actually start to see a lot more opportunities available to you, and be aware of your own capacity and your own capabilities to go and get things in life. So if you've got the confidence that you need to go after the goal that you want to get, or the resolution that you've set for this year, or the business goal that you've set for this year, that brings us around to this idea of limiting beliefs as well. Now, I used to have loads of limiting beliefs, and one of the biggest ones is around money. And that old adage about money being the root of all evil. Hands up or a wee thing on there if you've ever heard that one, or actually thought that maybe you've been holding on to that one a wee bit yourself. Now, apparently it's the love of money being the root of all evil. But even at that, can sometimes hold people back if your values are altruistic in any way, or you're egalitarian or whatever. It can hold you back. But money can be a wonderful enabler as well for things, to do things in life. If you want to go and help people in life, you're probably going to need some money to do it, or maybe some influence or whatever. So these limiting beliefs about how the world works, and it's maybe just not for the likes of us, you know. Growing up in working class Paisley, you know, you had a lot of people talking about the them and us, divisiveness, you know, the people with money and the people who didn't, you know. My mother was a factory worker in Paisley, and that kind of stuff can be absorbed into you and can be hard to let go of. This other thing about thinking small kind of comes out of there, you know. Don't get too big for your boots and all that, you know. I think the Australians call it the tall poppy syndrome. They don't mind letting you see you grow, but they want to chop you out off at the stem at some point. There's that in there as well, you know, about limiting what we can actually achieve in the world. I was a great admirer of another coach. He's a youth coach, Scott Hay, who set himself a target a couple of years ago to impact 10 million kids around the world. And I thought, wow, that's a big target. And then when you think about it, and you think, wow, look at all this stuff we've got going on in the world with this technology, you know, that I can reach around the world with. You know, I coach people in Australia, America, Singapore, Canada with this stuff. You know, why not? Why shouldn't you be able to achieve that, of impacting so many people in there? So that's just a few of the things that, you know, we're talking about, this idea of self-worth and self-esteem, leading on to confidence. And I wrote a blog about that recently, about building self-esteem versus building confidence. I'll put a link to it after we finish here. And this idea of thinking small as well can be quite, well, obviously limiting, you know, in what we do and how we impact the world and how we enjoy the world as well, you know, while we go about our daily lives. So those are just some things to think about. Now, if you think there may be some of those getting in the way for you, but you're not sure which or how, then please think about booking a free Clarity Breakthrough session with me, because that way we can look at where you want to get to, what might be getting your way, and what you can do about it. All right, it's a kind of roadmap to get you to where you want to be. And if you think of anybody else that might be interested in doing that, please pass on the details, and the link will be below here once we're finished. And I'll need to try and figure out some way to get rid of that first couple of minutes where I didn't have my mic on. There's a way to limit yourself in doing things. So thanks for joining me this morning for the first Thursday thought. That could have been quick, a tongue twister there. And hopefully I'll speak to some more of you very soon. Bye for now.